Jonas Zimmerman, Day 6. I advise you all, never underestimate this project. The sooner we succeed, the sooner our army will be equipped for a glorious victory. I've made certain changes to the experiment, and our results are now more stable. A breakthrough is surely imminent.
November 11th, 1916. Menge's orders were to say nothing. But this is not a normal situation. Those creatures! God knows how long they've been hiding there. I don't know what they are or where they come from, but I've been damn lucky not to run into them. Thank God I got a new assignment. Me and the boys are thanking our lucky stars. Harold.
Okay guys, so I accidentally rebooted my entire system before, and when I loaded this back up, we were on chapter 2, so let's continue on.
Till they die!
I forgot about that dude there.
I am defending. I'm covering. I'm covering you. My turn now. Steel. That makes me angry.
Oh, hell yeah.
The enemy is in retreat! Jetzt gibt's keinen Kopf!
To have to waste on you freaks!
I thought I was the only survivor in this bloody mess. These godforsaken monsters, whatever they are, captured everything in sight.
I need to get one of the planes back from them and fly as far away from this hellhole as I can.
Oh, by the way, I'm Peter Volker, at your service.
The name's Zimmerman. I've an urgent delivery for the Field Marshal. Listen, if we capture a plane together, will you get me to Fort Stern?
Well, 2 soldiers are better than 1. Why not, eh? Anywhere's better than here.
My work of 2 months had such potential. The final stage, the 6-day operation, gave our army every hope of perfecting the antidote. But they weren't patient enough. The project was closed down after one spectacular failure. But I know this vaccine will work, and my orders now are to deliver the substance personally to Field Marshal Menge and complete the work in the field. This is a terrible disease, and it has to be stopped. High Command seem to have washed their hands of the whole business, but something tells me they're going to regret all they've done to hinder my work. My old hospital in Berlin doesn't seem so bad now after all. Joining the army again so many years after I trained with the best sounds like a bad joke I fell for. Now life is all about discipline, taking orders and saluting my intellectual inferiors, instead of devoting my time to things that are truly important. And yet I confess, I feel strangely positive too. Perhaps somehow this was meant to be.
April 12th, 1916. I greatly appreciate your role in all this. Remember when my father took us fishing, Jonas? The ice was thin, and I could hardly swim at the time. Afterwards you told me, everything must die eventually, but not today. Those words are truer than ever now. I won't leave my men dying in there. Bring me the cure personally, if that is your wish. In fact, your expertise in administering the vaccine will be of much value at this end. I am more grateful than ever. Your friend, Hans.
May the 14th, 1916. The first part of the serum has been isolated. A cure for this type of disease is never easy, but we are trying. If anything, the process is proving less complicated than I first feared. I'm aware of your last position, but please give me more information on the layout of the fortress. Also, is it really necessary for you to pull out of there? Surely the British troops won't launch a full-scale attack. They don't have enough healthy men. Jonas.
Dear friend, along with this letter I am sending you some blood and skin samples from soldiers who have died from the disease. And that's not all, my friend. I've accidentally discovered something that may be of even greater interest than the disease itself. 2 days ago, one of my lieutenants, Johann Schöpe, was a fine soldier and a very decent man, brought me an amazing ancient sculpture. It's made with a strange red crystal that the regular troops have named Stones of Fury, or, if you'll forgive the language, lucky bastards. It turns out the men collect these things and have been doing so without anyone from HQ knowing for months. I have to say, Schöpe didn't seem to be quite himself, but he told me that one of our platoons discovered the first artifact while they were digging in the mud, building trenches. The soldiers started to notice that anyone carrying the artifact becomes faster, stronger, more aggressive. They claim they even become bulletproof, which of course, I simply will not believe. But I know for a fact that some soldiers have gone totally mad. Hence the talk of this fury, ripping enemies apart with their bare hands. I have no idea what's giving them such power, but I have many confirmed reports of battles becoming more and more violent. Our boys simply rush straight in and fight, using bayonets, knives, fists even. I shall send you a sketch of the artifact, and some others that I've seen. The whole thing is a mystery to me. I thought you might be the man to figure out exactly what these objects are. Yours truly.
Before long, the sky's gonna get damn crowded.
We need to blast those planes to pieces before they take off. Look at the compass, old man!
Oh, that sucks.
My work of 2 months had such potential. The fight.
Before long, the sky's gonna get damn crowded. We need to blast those planes to pieces before they take off. Savage bastards!
Rather than study them.
They're dead. That's good. Study music instead. Much safer.
I could have found out what they are and how to make use of them.
What are you? Some kind of mad scientist?
I am an officer and an explorer. I seek knowledge for myself and victory for the fatherland.
I get the feeling when I land in the shit, it's gonna be a whole lot deeper with you on board. Now don't waste time flying around here.
Spreading so fast now. The question is, who is giving the orders?
Oh, that didn't even damage him?
So fast now! The question is, who is giving the orders?
You know, no offense, but for an old man, you're not bad. Now I'll take that pilot seat if you don't mind. It's about time I got him from the fortress.
Change seats in midair? When you say I'm mad?
Come on. Old-timers like you should be settled in the back, enjoying the scenery. No, this can't be for real. Spray it with bullets. I'll try to get us the hell away from this mess.
Oh my god, it's a dragon! Ah!
Shoot down those fireballs!
Well, we're chasing the dragon.
This can't be for real! Spray it with bullets! I'll try to get us the hell away from this mess! Shoot down those fireballs! a bumpy landing!
Personal note, day 1. Last night I had a bad dream. Everyone was dead but me. When I arrived, the air was thick with the smell of sulfur and rotting bodies. Soldiers lay silent in death. All alone, my mind was racing. Stay alive, stay hidden. Remember your orders, deliver the package, don't become another victim of this madness. And above all else, find out what's causing it. My company had been brutally crushed, a whole train full of men lost. A few escaped, but only to delay death. We all knew something was killing our men in the trenches, an unknown virus, erupting into a plague. And I had the cure. Now I had to find the first squad, the lost company, because they would know how it all began.
May 23rd, 1916. My orders arrived quickly, and they were simple enough. Defend the fortress at all costs. The English didn't let up, and Scottish regiments had joined the attack. We were surrounded. Every time we pushed them back, they just kept coming. Relentless as the plague. Some joke, hey? What's the latest news on the vaccine? Have you begun phase 2 yet? Your friend, Hans.
June the 4th, 1916. Yes, phase 2 is underway, but it is complicated, and patience is the only answer. I'm as frustrated as anyone, but I know we're nearly there. The pressure isn't helpful, though. High Command never let up. They've no idea how complex these things are. How can you work with a gun at your head? I'd appreciate it if you'd pass my sentiments on to the powers that be. Use that silver tongue you're always boasting about. Jonas.
Dear friend, your work is very important to me, and I regret not being on hand to assist you directly in your research. Here's the next set of samples. I'm sure you will find them even more astonishing than those I sent previously. If I may make a specific request, would you please test how the samples react to a high-voltage stimulus? Auto contact with acid or any form of poison. It may sound unlikely, but I'm convinced that soldiers who have the disease also become more and more aggressive. I would go so far as to say they become lost to some uncontrollable rage. They are, of course, of no value to us in this state. Some seem to lose their orientation entirely and attack everyone in sight. As such, we must find a way to treat them, or even, I'm sorry to say, a method of killing them. I know that sounds cruel, but as these men are beginning to pose as much of a threat to us as the enemy, there really is no alternative. Best wishes, Field Marshal H. Menge.
Hey, are you still breathing, soldier? Hold on, I'll get you out of there. Anyone with you? Damn, not anymore. I can't help your buddy.
Scheiße, my leg. And we almost made it. This creature came flying at us.
Well, your friend wasn't so lucky. But glad you made it. By the look of your plane, seems your guardian angel had a busy night. There's a house close by. I'll get you there. Take a look at your wounds.
Wait! You're a damn Englishman!
No, Fritz. I'm a damn American. Lieutenant George Patton's the name. Don't be so choosy about who's saving your life, soldier.
I don't thank my enemies.
Thanks are for barmaids and bellboys to save your breath. Point is, our little war's become irrelevant. Now move! They'll come at us as soon as it's dark.
It's already dark though.
Get up! Get up! They're here! They're all over us! Door's blocked, okay? There's a gun on the table. Use it! I'll take care of the roof.
Get
You won't take us alive, you ugly bastards! Tank squad there. And with my sweet little tank. Ah, that little baby will break your heart.
I doubt it.
Let's move.
Zombies all the way, but how it should be, not the fucking stupid Easter egg shit.
27 miles from Guillemont. I don't know why, but this landscape reminds me of home. Sometimes I can even see the hills and green grass stretching out in front of me. Then, suddenly, a flashlight blazes in front of my eyes, and I remember where I am, in the middle of a war, with nothing around me but gunfire. Fabian Oster. "28 miles from Guillemont and 16 miles from Flers-Cousselette. This had been a place of rest for our men, a sanctuary. Strange oil. He poisoned me. Privileged working here, saving lives in a holy place. Now, we all do. This has become a place of sin." Fabian Oster.
Move on up. I'll guard this entrance. Lock the other end, then get yourself back here.
I don't take orders from you, Lieutenant. But I happen to agree with your plan.
I'm honored. Now move it!
Damn! I'm on my own now.
Put your gun down. I'm not gonna hurt you. We're all that's left of our regiment. We tried to break into the monastery. They've got some French tanks there, see? About the only things that'll damage these bloody monsters, whatever they are.
The monastery. That's where I'm going.
Oh, are ya? Some chance. The cavern's the only way through, and that's full of creatures like you've never seen. Horrific. They'll tear you to pieces. And plenty more of these bug-eyed freaks before you even get there. You've not got a hope in hell.
You can rot here forever if you like. I'm going on.
You're bloody mad, you know that?
I have a mission and my duty. Is that a British concept?
I'll show you what a Scotsman can do, pal. Yeah. And I'll get even with those flesh-dripping bastards while I'm at it. We'll help clear your way to the cavern. But if you want to go inside, be those monsters' dinner, that's your lookout. Like I said, you're on your own now, Jerry. Good luck in there. You're going to need it.
As the air claims mankind, so I possess you. We hold them at bay, buried in the deep, seething, unaware of our true form, oblivious of your debt, of your doom. You keep us hidden in the darkness, waiting. Yet the truth is that we and they are real. Prove yourself to us, and we will give you power. Power. Power.
What are you? No! I feel cold. It did something to me. Have I caught the disease?
No, this is no disease. This is the turning of the tide. We feel the seed of change you carry with you. You are not like the others. Show me you are worthy. Show me.
your pain.
Hey, Granddad! I thought you were dead.
I could say the same about you, Lieutenant. How did you make it through?
Takes more than a bunch of meat-faced loons and a few flames to stop one of the tank corps, even without my beautiful Renault.
So, what now?
You wanted to get to Fort Stern, am I right?
If I can get there, I may be able to bring this horror to an end.
Well, I'll drink to that, pal. It's a long way, but if we can get my tank rolling, I'll get you there in one piece.
Oh, American technology has let you down, Lieutenant?
My little baby's French, and she's lost her heartbeat. You'd call that a carburetor. We can fix her up, but it means taking our chances in the monastery.
I've never been there, but I have a bad feeling about this monastery.
And so you should. It's being used as a lazaret. Quarantine, you know? But it's one hospital where you wouldn't want the nurses looking after you.
Why not?
We stopped there last night to repair the carburetor. It was late, looked abandoned. Collins took the gear inside to get some light, and we never saw him or the carburetor again. Instead, we had to fight off these damn crazy nurses, more like animals. Looked like they got rabies or something. Anyway, oh, I think we have company. Let's go! Get inside the main chapel and try to unlock the side door to the monastery. Walker locked it with a key, but some butcher-like fat bastard cut him in half with a meat cleaver. And God knows where he is now. So watch your back. I'll stay here and cover you from all the freaks coming this way. And don't mess around with the sisters if you meet any. They're faster than the rotten bastards we've seen so far. And not much prettier.
Doctors and nurses? Here, good boy now, and come to me!
The same behavior, but their flesh doesn't seem to be rotting. We must be getting closer to the source of the disease. You're called for the doctor. Just a small need to find the front
You're not afraid of me, are you?
The same behavior, but their flesh doesn't seem to be rotting. We must be getting closer to the source of the disease. I'm far too heavy to break open. So, where's that key? Yes, let's head for the monastery. I had crossed the first line. This battlefield will soon be a distant memory, I told myself, to keep my spirits high. But only a blind man cannot see the truth. Something they didn't want to speak of, something hidden in the shadows, had shown itself in the sunlight of war. In broad daylight, its finger pointing at me. What chance did I have of putting this right? Delivering the vaccine, making it work? I used to be a scientist. Now I'm just a long-forgotten shadow of that man, blinded by the horror, by my own ambitions. Something terrifying is breathing down your neck. Do you run or turn to face it? An army man knows his place. He obeys orders. He salutes and marches proudly into dangers a normal man would never face. But this was different. Without men who are healthy, without men who are alive, you cannot win a war. You won't find that on the recruiting posters. I wonder why.
January 1898, after a great dream. When I awoke, everything suddenly seemed much clearer. God does indeed have a plan for me. I must redeem these poor souls from the deep. My dream was about the sun. At some point in the past, the kobold people chose to disobey God's rules, and for their sins, he banished them down here. Now they place the symbol of the sun on their walls to remind themselves of their past. It's all so very sad. Hell, it seems, is not full of fire, as old Roth told us. It's made up of caves, filled with sadness and anger. I will help them, of course. Make them understand. Arnulf Ziegler, first and last savior of the kobold race.
November 13th, 1916, 22 miles northeast of the Somme. I used to look up to him like a brother. We all did. Always looking out for us, always in control. But the army let him down, too full of weaklings. Men from the gutter, pathetic excuses for human beings. We knew he deserved better. That's why so many of us followed him here. Not because he promised us power, but because we believed in him so much. And then he betrayed us. Locked us down there where those mutilated men could get at us. Sprayed us with that oil. I'll never forgive what he's done, or forget what he's become. I want our voices heard. When I get back home, I write to everyone who's willing to listen. Germany has done nothing to deserve Field Marshal Menge. Georg Späth.
January 1898, from within the Great Construction. I'm starting to understand what the kobolds have built here, and it's not quite as complicated as I first imagined. They seem to have run a series of lines along the ground which bring lightning down to Earth. They use this as a light source. On the surface, lightning brings fire and so destroys houses. But here, old Father Roth was right. Satan does live underground and is using the power of nature in ways God never intended. As far as I'm aware, the kobolds seem to be entirely ignorant of the word of God. When I finally meet them, my task will be to spread his word. Arnulf Ziegler, first enlightener of the kobold race.
Okay everyone, thank you for watching. I'll be back tomorrow night with some more Necrovision Lost Company. Thank you for watching.